Hello? So as we sing the Black National Anthem, I ask that you please stand and just remain standing until you're done.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to this year's presentation of Black History. We thank you for being a part of us. We ask that you listen intently, as this year we're doing things just a little bit different. Today you will see a collection of words that express what we've been through, what we, not just me, but what we have been through as a country, as a people. So I ask that you enjoy yourself, that you participate where necessary, and we hope that you learn something along the way.
Baba yetu yetu ya mbinguni, yetu yetu wa milele. Hidden Figures, the film that brilliantly portrays the untold story about three African-American women who served at NASA as mathematicians on the launch of astronaut John Glenn into orbit. Hidden Figure, Katherine G. Johnson, a mathematician and physicist who used computers to attend NASA's aeronautics and space program. Hidden Figure, Mary Jackson, NASA's first black female aerospace engineer. And Hidden Figure, Dorothy Vaughan, the first black mathematician to supervise a staff at the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics. These figures laid humbly and lowly unrevealed in the white man's shadow. Now we must simultaneously together unveil the brilliant realities of their counter-existence.
We are hidden because our truth was never written. We are black women who became mathematicians. For me, Katherine Johnson, math was always easy. Any number or equation flowed like poetry to me. I went to college at 15, and after West Virginia University, job openings at Langley Research allowed for more diversity. Black mathematicians could now be women. Known as a computer, this was just the start to my future. As an important astrophysicist, I calculated distances. For me, it was rocket science. I am an example of color boundary defiance.
Science is the art of trying to understand why. It's a deep, beautiful, never-ending spiral of whys and hows, but its limits are found in explaining human nature. It is yet to explain to me why the skin I wear and the shape of my nose is enough reason to be seen as less than. One Cenas, let me guess, you probably never heard the name. Well, he's a saint from the Bible. He's also the name given to an African slave. A collar slipped around a dark neck, white fingers dripping with grief. One Cenas. Smallpox hit the town of Boston in the 1700s. Using the process of inoculation, he saved 244 people with the science he learned in his homeland. But science can't explain why his contribution to a city of people who didn't even view him as human was credited to his master, his owner, just another white man fascinated by black people but unwilling to assist in their fight. Science can't explain why he was ripped away from his loved ones to serve the purposes of white superiority. Science can't explain why once he was taught a doctor to cut people open and fill them with a chance at life. But slaves were like him, were cut open with whips, with shackles digging into their wrists and their ankles, filled with humiliation, degradation, and devastation. Science can't explain why there were only 3 paragraphs on the Wikipedia page for a man who saved 244 people. Just another footnote in a white man's story. A story built on the backs of black men. Hundreds of beautiful black men. Mahogany skin covering golden bows, souls wrought in fire, hair curling towards the sky. Beautiful men treated like lab rats, infected with syphilis, and even after a cure was found, left to suffer like rats in a cage. White men watching black men spasm and scream and cry just to see what it was like to die from something they could cure. I'm so tired of people watching us scream and cry and refusing to acknowledge us. As if calling out the lingering streaks of racism is akin to crying wolf. As if not wanting to be called a racist is more important than contributing to the system, accidental or not. Sweeping us under the rug like the Tuskegee men, people, humans, with families and loved ones and hopes and dreams just as intricate as you and me, disposable, dependable, the black foundation of a white pyramid. Women like Henrietta Lacks, who had a bright smile framed in red lipstick, a soul as sweet and as soft as lilies, a spirit as strong as steel. From a life born in flames emerged a woman who just loved to dance. She went to the doctor, seeking help for the black and cancerous knot in her womb. They couldn't save her, not from her cancer, and not from the blackened knot in society, swallowing the beauty of us, the beauty of our loving and our living, and spitting out the bones when they are no longer useful. They stole cells from Henrietta's body, Gila, the name given to the cells taken from her womb, the place where Henrietta lives on in spirit, used in research for countless medicines and procedures, cells making it possible to save millions of lives. Isn't it amazing? That black girl magic. It sparkles, it shines, and the people love it. But they don't love us too. And I'm so angry, I'm shaking. The black women continue to be a source of profit. Our hair, our skin, our bodies. But we can't be loved as humans, sometimes even by our black brothers. They profited off of Henrietta's body. They didn't even get consent. She never knew. Her family never saw a dime. Her name was never recognized, so remember it. Henrietta Lacks. Every time you get a vaccine, Henrietta Lacks. Every time you take medicine, Henrietta Lacks. Think of a woman with a bright smile and red lipstick who loved to dance.
Shirley Chisholm, a figure among the greats. She pushed boundaries and set goals, breaking into the government like a proud black woman she is. We keep her out of the books, records, and news. First black woman to run for president. First black woman to be in Congress. A politician, an educator, an author, and an idol to all. A woman from the Big Apple come to take all odds in the belly of the beast. We will not be pushed to the back, swept into the shadows. Shirley Chisholm is just yet another light among the shadow figures.
Colorism. What color is? Color isn't colorism. The slave mentality that the black community remains slaves to. The constant flashbacks to house and field translates into hashtag Team Light Skin versus hashtag Team Dark Skin. Almost a tradition that perpetrates the caste system with an already oppressed community and encouraged by those favored by the majority. You are taught that light is right. Brainwashed to believe that what you've been created to be is so wrong.
Let me tell you what color is and what color isn't. Color isn't more beautiful as it fades. Color isn't attributable to one's character, ability, potential, or worth. Color is a beautiful thing. Color is something to celebrate. And to all of the young men and women that are taught to bleach and despise the amount of melanin created within their skin, please understand that when you practice self-love, the destruction of this system truly begins.
They say slavery is outdated. The beginning of the end was segregation, and the end of the end was integration, so why am I underappreciated in education? As an HBCU, why isn't I lightly taken? We already had the 13th as litigation, yet I'm still lightly taken, and this is just a statement I can't be okay with. Historically black college and university, my name reigns among those of adversity, who always seem to fall short of diversity, but it never occurred to me why when my name is said, it's said anything but perfectly. Almost as if it's perjury, cutting into the soul deeper than surgery. Historically black college and university, my name reigns among those of adversity, who always seem to fall short of diversity. But it never occurred to me why when my name is said, it's said anything but perfectly. But I prefer it this way. I prefer for them to doubt my name. I prefer for them to look at me with their fist balled while mine is raised, while I march forward as God makes a way with the help of historic Negroes who've paved and come before those who now seek education. who see me as a golden ticket to take it, who see me as shooting for the stars rather than stargazing. Those who make me feel appropriated, 4 letters with the most meaning even said for those who don't mean it. Historically Black College and University, an education I believe in.
Come on.
My sexuality, my gender identity has been looked at as originality and individuality as well as mocked and misinterpreted. We're told we can entertain you, but we can't use your bathrooms. We can be sassy drag queens and be on your phone and TV screens, but we can't be around your children under any means. We're the people denied rights. We're the prostitutes walking the street at night. We're the pedophiles in public bathrooms. We're the people who cried with joy when gay marriage was made legal, while our frustration intensified as young Black people are being gunned down by police. We are queer people of color. We are ignored. We are torn. We are the dancing drag queen at Gay Pride while being marginalized and disenfranchised. 26 of us were murdered in 2016. Our struggles aren't heard, but they've been seen. We are sick of hypermasculinity in our communities, poisoning the minds of colored youth. We are sick of being excluded and having our struggles diluted. We are sick of being told that we are mentally ill, we are being killed. We get chills sent down our spines when we hear the regular story of trans kids committing suicide when they're 9. We are queer people of color.
Dark phrases of womanhood, of never having been a girl. Half note, scattered without rhythm.
No tune distraught. Laughter falling over a black girl's shoulders. It's funny.
It's hysterical melodiousness of a dance. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell a soul. She's dancing on beer cans and shingles. This must be the Schoolhouse. Another song with no singers. Uninterrupted solos. Unseen performances. Are we ghouls? Children of horror?
The joke. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell a soul. Are we animals?
I can't hear anything but maddening screams and the soft strains of death. And you promised somebody, anybody, sing a black girl song.
Bring her out to know herself, to know you, but sing her rhythms. Hard times. Sing her song of life. She's been dead so long, closed in silence so long.
She doesn't know the sound of her own voice, her infinite beauty.
She's half notes scattered without rhythm, no tune. Sing her sighs, sing the song of her possibilities. Sing a righteous gospel, let her be born. Let her be born and her handled warmly.
And this is what color this is.
Hey guys, how did you feel? If I could, please bring all of my participants back to the stage. As you can see, it's not just a couple of people, but it took all of us to bring this together. I'm so proud of them. I can't say how much I appreciate